Welcome to This Podcast is Making Me Thirsty, the number one destination for Seinfeld fans. This is Two Up and Two Down. Here's our producer, Chris, to start us off.
Back to another episode of Two Up and Two Down. Today we're doing a classic Season 3 episode, The Red Dot. Often Season 3 is overlooked, but I think this is a fan favorite for many. So, Chris, interested to hear what you have for your first up.
Yeah, 2 up and 2 down. Name of the game here is finding 2 positives, 2 negatives in the red dots. Larry David, written December, closed out 1991. So here we go. First up, I'm going to go the first scene when George met Mr. Lippman at the pennant party. I mean, you know, Tony talks about this a lot behind the desk. This was almost behind the desk, but at a party, and it was an interview at a party. I mean, George just showed up, and he wasn't expecting this, and on the fly, you could see he's just nervous. And I like Mike Lupica; he's very insightful. I love it. Michael Lupica is very insightful. He's a well-known sports writer, but definitely the Daily News for many, many years. And then obviously he, went the Art Vandelay. He's an obscure writer. And then I just love when, they fade away and they go back to Jerry and how to go. And George is like so excited. He thought the interview went so well with Mr. Lippman. So that first introduction with Lippman, all-time stuff right there, the Lupica stuff. So that's my first up.
So Tony, over to you. What's your first up?
I mean, O'Hara hit the nail on the head with that one, and I got a page of ups. So it's okay that he took it, but one of my all-time favorite Georges right there that O'Hara just described, Venetian blinds. I mean, are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I'm gonna pivot because this is an all-timer as well. I mean, Kramer with the Hannigans. Are we kidding ourselves here? I mean, when he does this with the mug, and then Jerry repeats it with the thing. I do it every single time I take a drink. I do the Kramer move. The whole H-E double. I mean, the no smell, no tell whiskey, on and on, spotting the red dot, taking the nap. This is damn good scotch. I mean, Kramer is delivering on this scene. He just took that and ran with it and just absolutely blew it away. It's unbelievable. The no tell, no smell whiskey. VR little secret. I mean, Kramer just hits it out of the park with that scene. That's my first up.
All right, very good. Yeah, that must have been cast strength scotch there. So very good. Chris, back to you. What's your second up?
Wonderful scene there with Kramer. Second up, it's a scene back at Jerry's apartment. I believe Elaine just went to the bathroom, and George comes in, and he's panicking, and the cleaning woman is turning the screws on me. There's such panic in his voice, and Jerry kind of just like blows that off and goes right into Elaine's wife, so the whole red dot thing. So George's panic from the cleaning woman turns into more panic with the red dot from Elaine, and then obviously Elaine comes out of the bathroom. And does the whole, did you buy it to get a discount? And Jerry told me you did. And why did you tell? I mean, just that, 90 seconds of those two bantering. Boom, Elaine comes out, calls Costanza out for the cheap man that he is. And obviously he fell for it. So, George, sometimes not that street smart, believe it or not. So he can lie with the best of them, but he gets suckered. So what a fun scene. Easy up with, a show with plenty of them. So that's my second up.
Yeah, you definitely hit it there. Fun scene, absolutely. So, Tony, back to you. What's your second up here?
Yeah, I mean, we can go so many places with this, but the turn of the screws line, I laugh out loud every single time. I wrote it down. It's just an incredible scene. There's so many ups here, and obviously we're leaving a big matzo ball out there, but I'm going to go with the back at Monks. We love the back at Monks. We love Jerry just starts it off with, you had sex with the cleaning woman on your desk. And then Jerry, I don't know if it was George, I don't know if it was the alcohol, the ammonia, but the next thing I do, she was mopping the floor with me, back and forth, vacuuming, swiveling the hips. I mean, the whole thing. A chambermaids and cleaning women. There's a woman in your room, Jerry says. Great line. I mean, that just sums it up perfectly. Doesn't even matter. Like, it could be, just a woman in your room. I love it. That's the crux of the show is the two of them just getting back to Monks and discussing the conversation, the thing that just happened. And this is up there with, I want details. This is up there, everything we love about those two talking about women. George is doing his thing, bringing up the Hennigans again. So that's my second up.
So thank you guys. So we're going to go over to the downs. Again, I don't have too many, so I'm interested to hear what you guys got. Chris, what's your first?
This season 3, obviously one of our favorite seasons. You got to get nitpicky here. So for me, it was when Jerry first met Dick, and kind of just some awkward conversation there. Oh, why don't we get together New Year's Day, watch some football? I don't know. It was just a little. I don't know. Some of these early seasons, I think they overwrite a little bit. So for me, it was that get together New Year's Day, watch some football line. Felt a little stand-up-ishy or just forced by Jerry. Just a throwaway line that I didn't love. But again, we're nitpicking here, but didn't love that one. So that's my first down.
So thanks, Chris, for that down. Tony, over to you. What's your first down?
Yeah, I mean, this is a hell of an episode, right? So downs were tough. I'm going to nitpick here. It's probably a crowd favorite, but to me, it's going to be my first down. I think the cleaning lady story in Panama is a little too much. So she goes on, and I know what they're going for here. That's the effect they wanted. He kicks me down and he yells at the whole thing. And I said, "What is it, Kashmir?" I mean, she is just overacting. The whole thing gets a little bit crazy. I get what they're going for. I just think it just kind of. For a show that's subtle, I mean, they really pushed it hard. This is an early episode. Usually things are more subtle then. Just her just going just way over the top with the whole Kashmir story. When I was a little girl in Panama, he throws me to the ground. And, it's a little too much. It gave her a little too much airtime there and a little too much emphasis on the whole Kashmir sweater. So that's my first down.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So, yeah, I agree with that. So, Chris, back to you. What's your second down?
Well, listen, Bridget Sienna as Evie, welcome on the program anytime. All right, love you. Tony's just a tough analyst here. So, next down, I guess some of the stand-up in between the whole, Cumberland Gap, the wagon, and then, Dick yelling at him. And listen, I enjoy the stand-up, typically. But this one was a little different. It kind of weaved the show within the show and had Dick there. Threw me off a little bit. Off the wagon, on the wagon. A little too much. So for me, that's my second down. The whole Cumberland Gap wagon stand-up stuff.
I agree with the stand-up stuff with the wagon and all of that. But I did like that Dick showed up and kind of heckled Jerry, and Jerry gave it back and forth. So I didn't mind that scene, but I agree with the whole joke about the Cumberland Gap and the wagon and all that stuff. So kind of up and a down right there as far as I'm concerned. But you got it as a down, so I'll mark that one down. So we're gonna wrap it up now with grades. Oh wait, you got Tony. I'm sorry, you got a second down. What's your second down?
Yeah, that was going to be my second down. I totally agree. I think the stand-up was a little too much there. I have that written down. I thought that was too much. But I do have a third down that I kind of slipped in, so I'll go with that. I don't want to repeat O'Hara's. As much as I just gave the cashmere sweater kind of scene with the cleaning woman. I think the ending also. I mean, Dick coming down with the Christmas tree and shaking with the thing outside. Merry Christmas. I mean, I don't know. It's a little. You might want to end it there, but then it's like he gets up to the desk and George is shaking with is that cashmere and not the best ending.
Cape Fear. It's Cape Fear. They mentioned.
Yeah. I know. I just. I don't know. I'm looking for downs. You're talking about the final ending scene. A lot of times the final ending scene, doesn't always sit well with me. Maybe a little too sitcom-y. It's still early. They like to wrap things up that way. And then they actually do the final where all of a sudden Dick's now back off the wagon or whatever it is, on the wagon, I guess, and laughs at Jerry. Don't push it. So they tie it a nice big bow. I'm putting that all together as the ending. Don't love it. Happy Seinfeld ending, if you will. And those aren't, obviously what the show is about. But they tried a few of those early on, and this one just small miss for my final down.
Yeah, I see your point there. So marking that as a down. Yeah, I agree. So over to Chris. We're doing grades now. So what's your grade for the Red Dot?
Red Dot is one of my favorite episodes of all time. I mean, we're nitpicking Dick. When a small little character like that is multiple downs, it's okay. Okay? I mean, we didn't the big matzo boy talked about. We didn't talk about that. George getting fired. I mean, it's his favorite line of all time. Jason Alexander's clearly. I mean, my God. I mean, when they go shopping, George exhibiting that cheapness there. I mean, every scene is packed. Elaine receiving the cashmere, right, and so excited. And then obviously Kramer drunk on the couch. What's that red dot? I mean, if that doesn't get you every time, I don't know what will. Littman, Hannigan's, the red dot is an A+. It's an all-time episode. I mean, that's why when we talk about season 3, it's episodes like this that make season 3 so special in our minds, because I mean, everyone's cranking on all cylinders here. Yeah, Kramer, was there enough Kramer? Maybe not, but boy, did he bring it. I mean, and Tony showcased that with the Hennigan's piece. So for me, the red dot, any way you slice it, it's a top 5 episode, and it's an A+.
All right, solid grade there. No issues there. So yeah, like I said, the downs were very minor. Kramer, small part, but again, he delivers. So A+. I'll go with that. Tony, over to you. You agree? Going lower? A+ too? What do you got?
I mean, the red dot's an A+. I'll just say that right now. I totally agree. I got to give my analysis as well, though. I mean, there's no way it's not. Was that wrong? Is probably the Costanza line of all time this early. I mean, this is what put the whole thing on the map for me. O'Hara mentioned season 3. Yeah, Kramer had one scene, and it was one of Kramer's best scenes of all time. We'll just leave it there. You got. I mean, we didn't even get to George. Might be even better than what's wrong with George. Here I go on Christmas to buy something special on Christmas, and he goes on and amazing, George. Like, you don't understand. I was seeing red dots everywhere. I had 102 fever, and then he goes right into I have nothing. I'm living with my mom. I don't have a job. This is George at George's peak. Are you kidding me? Even if Jerry, we want to nitpick a few Jerry things, but I mean, come on. The red dot is an A+. Mike Lupica, or I think this might be our first Lupica line, the whole thing. I mean, oh my God, Venetian blinds. And then Elaine tries it on Jerry, and Jerry's just like, nice try later on. We didn't even bring this up. I think when the nipple makes his first appearance, when they're talking about what sex, Jerry line. That's a great Jerry line. I can go on and on. I mean, the bottom line, it's a top 5. That's an A+. This is as good as Seinfeld gets. This will always be an A+. Larry David wrote it. I mean, what else can you say? Red Dot's an A+.
Yeah, when it originally aired, this is why we fell in love with Seinfeld, was an episode like this one. So I appreciate you guys with your grades, ups and downs. So we'll wrap it up here, and we'll see you at the next one.